you are. You can't deny it. Vestigial, archaeological, redundant, of historical interest only.
Let's see, we generated a tremendous amount of stuff on that show, a lot of design work. Most of that stuff has gone to Bob Burns in his collection. Bob's a friend of mine and has been for a while, and he's got a great collection of stuff, and he's also a great archivist and historian on the stuff as well.
Yeah, I'm sure about this stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Want to see this stuff?
I want to see the stuff.
So most of it's over at his place. What exists of it. A lot of it was destroyed along the way.
So let's go take a look.
I'd love to.
Now see, you never gave me the arrows for that. On purpose.
And
I
did you?
recall.
Your doctor warned me.
You never let me have the arrows.
This is a lot of the prep work stuff that was done for The Fly. I think I have to make sure. This looks like one of mine. Yes. I think it was a very early one of mine. We were talking about the possibility of the head sort of folding in on itself forward, so that these actually would have been the fly eyes moving forward during the transformation. Again, this was a finding time, trying to define an approach. This, I'm pretty sure, was Howie's. Yeah. Harold Weed did this one, and it's much more of a based on the fly, but again, these structures would be the fly eyes underneath, and this was going towards the sort of original film's approach of a genuine fly head. And then these are other attempts for designs on the fly, all through here, all these maquette heads. It was just stuff that we were literally like, okay, just try another variation, just try something different. It's got to be in here somewhere, and that's how we sort of got to where we were going. This series was done after David decided on the Space Bug design, because what happened was we were sort of doing these designs, and it was just sort of concept ideas, but it didn't give us the leeway for the development of the character. So it wasn't until I knew what the final step was, what it looked like, and then I knew who our actor was, that I knew, okay, here's how we have to take him. Here's how the makeup and design has to change to reach this point, be believable, and make some kind of sense. So as soon as we had that design, I went in and roughed in this series of 4 that sort of gave us more of a directional guideline, and everything went from there. This maquette all the way over here was Stéphane Dupuis's early take on it, which is a very cool sort of athletic version I liked. And then here's an earlier version of the sort of stage 5 Brundle suit before I refined it. This is my original maquette, first paint job I did on it. You can see it's a lot more flesh tones, not as extreme, doesn't have a lot of the bug iridescence going on. You can see the green, not blue eyes. This over here is Jonathan Horton's original maquette for the Space Bug. It's a very cool design, and I really was hoping David wouldn't pick it because it was just probably the most difficult one we could have done. But he picked it, and so I based my final design on that and added some elements that I thought it needed for a lot of the character and effects we were doing. And we've got a bad casting left over of what's left of the Butterfly Baby. This is what's all that's left of the poor Typhoon the Baboon stand-in monkey cat head, quite worn with time. At the end of the picture, Brundlefly does his little vomit thing on Stathis' hand.
Go ahead, spritzing.
And for that gag, we did a wax hand with some pumping blood and goop and the rest of that.
This will be tail slated.
Everybody ready?
Ready.
Action! Rotate. Rotate it the other way. Better get that thing collapsing.
Bring your shoulder back to the gym.
Okay, rotate it the other way. Not that much.
So I can't pan as far.
Yes, rotate it back. That was way offline, guy. Way offline.
Or here, just a touch closer.
Okay, a little closer.
That's right, the man on the right, yeah. Jeff, bring your left shoulder back just a touch. Does this thing collapse?
Is this collapsing more? It's not really moving, huh? I don't see that at all.
It's all on this side.
It's on the, you mean it's on the non-camera?
Yeah, it's all bubbling on this side.
Let's cut.
Tail slant?
Oh, man.
Okay, all right, Jeff, if I can see you, please, sir, thank you. Mark, the gentlemen are on their places for you, sir.
Action.
Vibrate the hand a bit, a little pressure, a little tension.
That's it. Good, keep vibrating that hand.
Twist to the left a little, Jeff, move in here. Move your mouth in, Jeff, and a little more in your shoulder back, your left shoulder back. There we go. A little more vibration in the hand.
Okay, rotate the hand slightly.
Pull it down, slow.
Just slightly.
Good.
Good, keep it, hold it there. Is that good for you, Mark?
Looking great. Disgusting and great.
Close your mouth to touch, Jeff. That's good. That's good. Just the light, yeah.
Oh, Christ. Can we turn the backlight on, the pod light? Oh, damn it, I can't believe it. We're only good now,
Okay.
except for the side on the foot.
Right. Yeah, you better dissolve that fizz. This is taking a long time.
We had to try and speed it up. So this was a lockdown. It's a very hard cast. This was locked down, and then it was, so we had heat guns on it, and just couldn't move because we were doing very long exposures on the film. Still wasn't short enough, and Hoyt Yateman and the visual effects guys had to do an overlay over the scene and speed it up a little bit as well. It was such a nice, unique piece that after the show I had it made into a light and stuck outside my office for years. Gonna get that one back. These are some hands and feet. These are Jeff's. And the latex castings are the stunt doubles. And this is the stage 5, just before he actually transforms into the space bug. This is the scene before it. Notice the color shifts and things like this, getting more into space bug color. And then here we go. This was one of the Premier heads, top one. This hand rig was used for the very last shots of the Brundlefly booth, and so it could be operated from way down below where everybody was under the set. There was a mount here that slid along under the set, which I can't grab onto now, and it gave us, you know, the head movement we needed on a very simple rig, as well as all the cable operations of all the details of the face and little goo pipes. For Jeff, the prosthetic pieces were done, and we had a whole series of his face casts on hand. All the foam had to be laid on these every night so that they would be in the right position to put on him first thing in the morning. If the foam was left flopped over or in a bag or anything like that, it would be not formed perfectly and makes it a little more difficult when applying. So this helped a lot in speeding up the process of Jeff having to sit through it all. This is a head Stefan did after the show, actually. This was for a display piece. Both he and I were so in love with the stage 4B makeup. We said, oh, we gotta have one. So Stefan actually had this done up, or did this up, And this was a display for years as well. It's still a favorite. And then we've got this guy who was never made it to Toronto. This was the first painting mock-up for me. I was in Toronto full-time at that point. The guys at the shop in California had gotten to the point where they were ready to paint this thing. So they did up a quick foam one to get the basic color tones down, the values down, and send video and photos to me and say, is this in the ballpark? This is how we're following through from your maquette. Does it look right? And at that point, it could have been painted purple. I would have said, yeah, it looks great, ship it. But so this was the guideline for us. This is probably about as far along as it got when we received the finished puppet in Toronto. So all the rest of a lot of the fine hair work, a lot of the skins and sores, and all the rest of that sort of detail work was all done on location in Toronto. See you later.